This is everything else. Yeah. This is everything else. Yeah.
Good evening. Oh, boom, 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 like SOS. Trouble in better days. What up? I am Marcus the Grand Finale, joined by all three Faces of Jemal, representing all three faces or all three products of the Sharpshooter's merchandise.
Where's the third product? Oh, it's me, damn it.
It's you. It's you. It's your face. It's your face. You're a brand now. Think of yourself as a brand.
I am the brand. Not
the
Pat
brand.
Not Pat McAfee.
Oh, yeah, he has that, huh? Forgot he had that name. I was like, dang, we got a new name for you. Pat McAfee is the brand. Damn it. Well, Jemal, as always, there are a million things to talk about today. And we're going to talk about it all in 10 minutes and then ramble for the next 40.
We get our news out there fast because the news comes out there fast, so we have to do it fast.
Yes. So, first thing first, in breaking news, your Knicks had Liv Morgan show up and advertising, I guess, the WWE WrestleMania tour, the Madison Square Garden show, I guess, this weekend.
Yeah.
And she was getting her head talked off by some guy. Now it's a meme scenario. And they were wondering, who's the man? Who's the man? Apparently, it's just senior vice president of talent.
All you gotta know is we don't jack that nigga. We don't jack him. It's not jacking. Liv's not jacking him. We not jacking him. You see? We're not jacking him.
The longest, like, there was a quick meme of this coming out. Knicks played last night. On a winning streak. Your Knicks. On a winning streak. They're on fire. It's that time of the year where everybody get their hopes up about the Knicks.
Hottest team in basketball right now. You feel me? Let's go. I
feel like this happens once a year with the Knicks. It either starts early in the season or late in the season. When the Knicks get hot, the Knicks are hot. And then it disappears. Like, what happened to the Knicks? I don't know.
Like, don't worry about that. As long as there's not no playing, I'm talking about the playoffs so we can get some rest. Let them playing niggas play and we be in the playoffs.
Levi has entered the chat. And he's like, hello, guys.
Good, Levi.
And the McAfee brand's being going to get sued.
See.
Shout out to Brett Favre for suing.
See, Marcus, you're ignoring everything, though, when it pertains to the things of basketball, right? Because my Knicks are doing so hot. And since the acquisition of one Russell Westbrook, he been on your team screwing it up. What happened? What's going on? Y'all 1-5. What's going on? What's happening?
Well, that's enough basketball talk. Let's move on. Let's move on to talk about the new leader of the Blizz Cliz, the Bullet Club. David Finlay has stepped up. Gato done found his gaijin. He done found his man. And now David Finlay is now the new white-haired devil of the Bullet Club, basically. Or gray hair, or whatever you got to dye your hair to when you become the leader of the Bullet Club. Jemal, you are a card-carrying member of Suns Club. How does this make you feel?
I'm a little bit indifferent about it, right? Because I'm all for David Finlay's heel turn before the joining. I'm all for him being like the rebel. I'm all for him, like, he's basically out here talking about his legacy. He's fourth generation Finlay out here wrestling and stuff like that. And in the beginning of like David Finlay's tenure in Japan, we were just like, okay, another Finlay gonna give us good matches and give us great things. He is a former IWGP Tag Team Champion, so we know that he can win titles. He won that faster than one Yoshihashi. Let's not even talk about.
Fuck Yoshihashi.
We're not talking about that guy, but like New Japan Cup. Here he is. He's facing one of the toughest opponents ever in Ishii. and of course Ishii gonna lose, but
It's Ishii. Of course he's gonna lose.
of course Ishii's gonna lose. Tournament Ishii, great match. He's gonna lose. It's over.
He's on his back already. I'm already counting to three. Just
but
roll him over.
but the addition of David Finlay as the leader of the Bullet Club, I guess, like, at this point, I don't think that Bullet Club should have any type of leadership, right? I think it should be like, we're in the club and that's it. But you do have to kind of have a head force, and we was talking about it last week. Who could possibly pick up the mantle that Jay White, Switchblade Jay White, freaking had? Like, because he not that long ago he was the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
It's only been what, a month or two.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he was there for a long time. Freaking since like the end of summer last year, he held that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All the way into Wrestle Kingdom. So, can David Finlay do the same thing? That's the question. Is Finlay capable of beating top guys like Tetsuya Naito? Is he capable of beating top guys like freaking Kazuchika Okada or Tanahashi? Or like, and even these guys are a little bit past their prime and whatever not. Can he beat these guys? And that's what I'm wondering. Can he go over the hump, become IWGP World Heavyweight Champion? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. If he uses the shillelagh, he will. If he doesn't, so
he needs a hornswoggle and a shillelagh to help him out in this match, and he's gonna be okay.
Hey, some respect on that dang shillelagh. That's 4 generations worth of Finlays.
That's 4 generations of oh damn. Well, he's in the New Japan Cup tournament currently. Do you have him winning this tournament to solidify himself as the leader? Is Gato gonna do enough dirty tactics to get him to pass and through a lot of his opponents? What do you see him doing in the New Japan Cup tournament that's happening right now?
He's going to be either a finalist or a semi-finalist. Do I see him winning? No, but New Japan has well done swerved me multiple times. I think of Evil, right? Like a couple of years back during COVID, freaking New Japan Cup. And, him actually beating Tetsuya Naito to win the New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
And then joining the Bullet Club and then ultimately becoming a double champion. Like, like that was crazy. But it happened. And it can happen again. But will it happen again? That's the question. Should it happen again? And that's where I toss to you. Should it happen? Should David Finlay, leader of the Bullet Club, self-proclaimed, be IWGP Heavyweight Champion in the landscape that we have wrestling right now?
For the record, I want to say no. No. The reason is because there's so much going on in wrestlers. You want to have wrestling right now. You want to have the best in the world. Like, David Finlay's cool. He's cool. I don't have a problem with him. He's a cool wrestler. But do I think he's an Okada? Do I think he's an Naito? Do I think he's a Shingo Takagi? Nah. I don't think he's on that level. I think he's going to have to work himself up to that level. He's not Jay White. But he does need to solidify him, or Will Ospreay. Like, he does need to solidify himself if he is going to be a leader. If the Bullet Club is going to still be around, if he's still going to carry this group, he has to actually pick up big wins. I think he's going to look good in the tournament, but I don't think he's going to actually win in the tournament. That was a full breakdown right there. That's just going to be his whole life for me. Nah, pass. I don't feel like it's an Evil situation where Evil, does everything, becomes champ, and everything, and then it's kind of like, you're kind of doing nothing. You just want to be around the torture club, basically, and just sit there, not really doing much. I don't think it's going to be that scenario. I think he's going to be taken more serious, but it's going to take time. Levi in the chat said, is it time for New Japan to disband Chaos and the Bullet Club at this point?
Chaos, for sure. Bullet Club, not at this moment in time. At first, I thought the same thing, Levi. Like, I was just like, damn, I'm going to have this tattoo. It's not going to mean a goddamn thing. They're just going to fucking drift apart and just become 16 guys, just like freaking Suzuki Gun, just 4 guys. Like, like, But then I thought about it. I was like, nah, Bullet Club is so iconic right now. And then you have, remnants of it all across pro wrestling right now. You cannot just get rid of, the BC. Bad Luck Fale having the Zamazaki show or whatever in Australia, and then they freaking have his little faction. He's got a rogue army going on over there. So there's like
what?
yes, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, go watch that, man. Go watch the fucking Australia show that New Japan had. Bad Luck Fale been recruiting, and he's got like the Rogue Army over there, which is obviously represented by Bullet Club. So, that's going on. Just in GCW, some dude, I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember it because I didn't get to watch. He joined the Bullet Club, and it was like, oh, word, okay, that's cool. You got freaking Bullet Club and AEW and freaking Juice Robinson and others. Then you have Bullet Club and Impact Wrestling with Chris
New tag champs.
Chris Austin, new tag team champions. So remnants of Bullet Club is in WWE, bro. You got AJ Styles, you got Finn Balor, the creator of the club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. Like, it just goes on and on. Cody Rhodes, it just goes on and on and on. You can't just get rid of the BC. It's fragmented in all of pro wrestling. They said they was going to take over. They did. I mean,
it is insane, actually.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it is kind of insane. The Bullet Club standing in wrestling right now is kind of insane. Of everybody that's been in Bullet Club that are currently either fighting for the World Championships or are the World Championships or are the focal point of one of their TV shows. It's kind of insane right now. With Cody Rhodes, Bullet Club member, fighting for power or whatever, is main event in WrestleMania. You have Adam Cole coming back. I don't know what he's going to do, but former member of Bullet Club. Kenny Omega and the Bucks may have just lost their trios titles, but it looks like Kenny may be going back solo, and which is the better form of Kenny anyway. So you have all these different factors. Hangman Page is, fighting death matches with Jon Moxley.
His ass. Whooped his ass. God damn, he whooped his ass. He whooped his ass. Ooh, I didn't think he was going to whoop his ass.
Oh, I knew he was gonna whoop his ass, and I just knew it was good. I still haven't watched. That's still one match from Revolution I haven't watched. And
I had Moxley beating Hangman's ass all over that ring, and I was wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I was like, nah, this is not the same Hangman I know. Dug deep. It was basically Hangman Bullet Club versus Shield fucking Jon Moxley. That shit.
Serial, Hotel, Echo, Idol, whatever.
Sierra,
but
Echo Lima Delta Shield. Shield. Fuck. Whooped his ass. Boy.
Levi goes with the remnants of Bullet Club everywhere. He says remnants of DX are in AEW. They disbanded. He does have a point there. And Billy Gunn is still around.
Look,
the Last of Us, Billy Gunn.
You're already taking up the mantle of the new Mr. Assman, so let's not go there, okay? Go there. But yeah, man, like, it's definitely one of those things that it's iconic at this point. It's borderline more iconic than NWO, and that's a hot take, but like I said, it's borderline. It's not quite there. Without NWO, there would be no Bullet Club. Without fucking Bullet Club, there wouldn't be half of the success of this big boom. The big boom that happened in 2015, 2016, that's Bullet Club's fault. Plain and simple. No, nobody's going to change my mind. That's the Young Bucks and Kenny doing what they did and blowing the shit up. Like, that's what happened. So...
There's a lot. They did a lot. And, and I think I agree with you. You won me over in the argument of should they disband, because I was on the point of how many leaders, how many times in leadership, how many people have left and come and go. They can all disband, but it does feel like it's now an institution to the next great stars in wrestling will be in Bullet Club. And Levi brought up other people in Bullet Club that he thought would be better leaders, like Clark Connors or ELP. I like the ELP combo, but I don't know if he's leadership material. He's a little too goofy. It's fun. Great wrestler. One of my favorites. A little goofy, though, to be a leader.
The White Rhino.
White Rhino. What are you talking about?
You said Clark Connors, man.
Oh, I don't care about Clark Connors. I'm talking about ELP.
Yeah, ELP. Uh, he's a good second, right? He's a great second. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't have the potential to be a good first because look at Edge. He reminds me of Edge. He's Bullet Club's Edge. You feel me? But this is Rob Zombie Edge. This is not like rated
Never go to stop me. Never go to stop.
The Edge. So this is tag team champions with Hulk Hogan. So like you know what I'm saying?
Oh. I don't know what record you're on, Levi. I don't honestly know what record this is on. But Sam seventh the greatest heel turn in the past 20 years. I don't know what record you're on, but I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna call your tapes.
Apollo 55, like you think of Ryusuke Taguchi, right? And Finn Balor or Prince Devitt at that time, and he was Apollo 55 doing the turn the same night. Freaking Carl Anderson does the turn, and then Bullet Club is formed. That was in 20. Think about it. Bullet Club was formed in like 2013, bro.
Yes,
it's
10 years
ago, and they fucking still kicking ass and taking names, bro.
Actually, it's before 10 years, right? It has to be more.
No.
I think it's more than 10 years. It wasn't 2013. Was it?
2013.
I feel like I was watching before then.
Then you would know there was no Bullet Club. There was Great Bash Heel. There was Chaos, where Shinsuke just took over. He disbanded Great Bash Heel and made Chaos with that. You know what I mean? Freaking Toriano was a beast, and now he's a clown.
Hey, he deserves it.
Forget about Toriano being that dude. Toriano was that dude, and now he's a clown.
He's a clown going for turnbuckles and getting kicked into the crowd.
So,
but exciting times. We'll see where this ends.
Can we just say that Finn Balor is one of the greatest heels of all time? Like he'll take he's good, he's great as a good guy, as a babyface. But once that motherfucker turns heel, he freaking revolutionizes every fucking thing. Look at the Judgment Day. Look at it. It's one of the hottest things in wrestling right now. Even XCOM Dom. XCOM Dom over, bro. Come on, son.
Let the man speak. But here's what I like about Finn's heel turn is that he always gets the right tone right. I feel like he handles the tone for whatever he does right. Whether it's in Bullet Club or Judgment Day. Like it's not the same guy per se. There's a little bit more comedy into the Judgment Day. He's not as serious. He's more, he'll like dress up like a b-boy from like the 90s or whatever the hell he's doing. Or he'll wear like ascots or something. It's more comedic and it fits his Judgment Day persona. Or his NXT run as a heel where he's just talking like I'm a badass and all that. It was different. Like all three versions fit the right tone of the show that he's on. So hopefully he beats Edge.
Everything he does makes sense. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's going to whoop Edge's ass at WrestleMania, and I can't wait to see it.
So, speaking of whooping ass and taking names, man, Eddie Kingston is in Ring of Honor. Whooping ass and taking names.
So, previously on the saga of Eddie Kingston, he quit AEW on Dynamite last week, only to show up on Ring of Honor the next night on their new weekly Honor Club TV show. And he challenges Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor title. Claudio's like, girlfriend, I'm not fighting you today. I'm not going to even respond to you. I don't even respect you. I'm out of here. And hopefully...
I forgot. That's real life beef.
Yeah.
That's a real life beef. I totally forgot. Bro, for all those that are watching, right? Eddie Kingston hates Claudio. Like, for real, thinks he's a piece of shit. When he was Cesaro, he was like, Cesaro's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Like he was just like on bumpers. So it's interesting to see that now Claudio is the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion, and now Eddie Kingston is like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up now. Like crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, the disrespect, the personal vendetta. I don't even know what it stems from. I don't even remember. I don't know if there's something I missed of why they hate each other. It's probably
Some
something that
shit.
goes back in CZW or something, or
Well,
Vintage Ring of Honor or something from way
well,
back. But I honestly don't remember.
basically, Claudio got his call up to fucking WWE, and then he just like was like distant from everybody, and he didn't like that. Eddie Kingston just was like, "Oh, you're just gonna fucking leave us for that fucking bullshit ass company and stuff like that." What Eddie Kingston said in his promo against Jay White, he really wasn't jacking WWE. He was really jacking Japan type shit. So what he says is true. He doesn't give a fuck about WWE, Eddie Kingston that is. But when Cesaro went there, he's just like, yo, what the fuck? Piece of shit, you fucking, whatever. Like,
Sell out.
basically.
Yeah.
The Mark's mark.
Yeah. So that's going to be the main event of pretty much Supercard of Honor. Should be a solid main event. Should be a very physical bout. But they haven't announced it yet per se because Claudio looks like he's ducking. But I'm sure on the next week or tomorrow's episode they're going to announce what's going on. Also, Willie Uter has a challenger for his Pure Championship on next week's episode. Damn, I'm blanking out who it is already. Because fuck Willie Uter. That's what I'm saying. Hope he loses.
Right? Because it's really Uter.
Willow Nightingale is going to challenge Athena at Supercard of is it Supercard or the next show? One of them. For the Ring of Honor Women's title. Yep. Hopefully Willow gets it.
New York girl, baby. New York people doing New York teens.
Yeah, but in the next coming weeks, they better start setting up this Supercard of Honor. It's coming up 31st in LA. I actually considered going, but then I'm like, if I had to choose a wrestling show on that day, there's so many actually happening. It would be no, because it's not the same day as wrestling. It's Friday. It's either you have the option of SmackDown, Supercard of Honor, and I forgot what the other show is. There's another show I think that's happening that day.
The Impact show that's
happening? Is that the Multiverse show? Is that the same day? Or is that on Thursday? I get them all mixed up. It's a bunch of shows. But there's only so many wrestling shows you can attend in so much time and have any energy for the actual big shows. So
Saturday morning is like trying to fucking choose what to watch and what not to watch.
Yeah. Well, Saturday morning I'm booked. I'm going to NXT. I'm going to Stand and Deliver where I'm being robbed of Shawn Michaels, Grayson Waller. It's gonna be a good match for Gargano and Waller, but I was this close.
Shawn Michaels retired. It's gonna be a throwaway match. It's a super kick to the face by Shawn Michaels and then fucking the pin by Gargano. Watch. Called it. Super kick by Michaels. Gargano picks up the victory. I called it. Or they could big swerve us, and then Shawn Michaels super kicks Gargano back to Raw, and then says Grayson Waller's the future. Fuck out of here.
You know how much better that sounds? Do you know how much better that sounded? Listen to what you just said. And I know this should be something for tomorrow's show, whatever. Fuck it. Sorry, Manny. Sorry. But that sounds so much better. Waller and Michaels joined forces. And he shouts like, this is the next great wrestler. All that stuff. And then he's just selling it as Waller being him because Waller is basically, his character is Shawn Michaels off the rails on drugs and shit. Driving Vince crazy.
2023 Shawn Michaels, basically.
Yeah. Levi said he might fly out for Janela spring break. Not spend any money on WWE. Revolution spoiled me. All right. Revolution was a good show, but it ain't WrestleMania.
He was there?
Sorry. Yeah, he was at Revolution. He's a NorCal guy.
Okay. All right. Watch fucking Hangman fucking choke out fucking Jon Moxley. I did not have that. I did not peg that. I
had Hangman winning. I just didn't have the tap. I didn't have a tap.
I didn't have MJF winning. I had a knee. I didn't have a tap out. I had a knee to the face for the 3. I had the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels fucking count 0-0 and then fucking do it.
Oh man, I'm glad you don't gamble wrestling because you would have lost it all.
Like,
You had the under. You had the under with the pinfalls with 0-0, maybe a one sudden death. You got the sudden death.
I did have House of Black winning. I didn't know it was going to be that good of a match. I mean, I knew it was going to be a good match, but that match was fantastic. And then they dipped out. It was crazy. It was good.
Yeah. We won. Let's go. We're right on time.
I did not have the Ass Boys winning, but I did have FTR returning. So
still contract unknown. Status unknown. People say they signed a long-term deal with Impact, in secret. But then also you have Dax on his podcast saying we ain't changed shit. So wherever that ends up. But what did you think of the first Ring of Honor show that Tony Khan book, produce, or whatever he's calling it these days?
So a lot of people was gonna hate me for this, but I actually didn't watch it. It was not on my radar at all.
Ooh.
So it was the reasons behind this, and we had this discussion earlier. You putting me behind it. I wait all this time for this great institution of Ring of Honor to come back. You finally give it back behind a paywall. You fucking kidding me? Who the fuck are y'all? ESPN Plus? Fuck out of here. Now I'm gonna fucking watch John Jones and Gagne on freaking something else. Fuck you. No, you ain't getting this money. All that money I could have been. Fuck you. What? You want me to get the bundle with Disney Plus and Hulu? Nah, I'm gonna pay full Hulu for no ads. I'm gonna pay full Disney Plus with no ads. All that money that y'all could have been getting, that $8.99, is going to fucking no ads on the other networks. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, and here's something. This is something I don't understand. It only seems like the WWE is the only one that does the, hey, you pay for our subscription, you get pay-per-views free. Like with ESPN Plus and all these other things. Oh yeah, it's cool and all. Like even New Japan, it's cool. Oh yeah, you got New Japan World, but you can't. You got to pay for Battle at the Valley. Hey man, what the fuck? Like, what happened to just like you have it all? And I feel like it's working for the WWE, who seems to be making money off of these subscriptions with Peacock and whatever. I don't see why these other people, is it greed? I don't know. I'm not like the business guy. I don't know anything about it, but I wish that there wasn't like that with ESPN Plus or New Japan World or any other services that be like, oh yeah, you have us, but to give us a little bit more.
Yeah, like I guess it's because WWE got that fucking $1 billion money or that $1 trillion money or whatever. Not they got that sweet blood Saudi money. They think they could just fucking,
But UFC got that. UFC got that money. They do Saudi Arabian shows too.
UFC ain't WWE, right? The fight game is different from the wrestling game, right? Fucking the fight game, they need to make sure that they pay their fighters, which is why it's still fucking $65 to fucking purchase a goddamn pay-per-view, even if you're fucking at home. The good thing about that is that motherfuckers can go to Dave and Buster's or fucking some bullshit and fucking watch that shit for free anyway. The fuck you talking about? As long as you paid the fucking meal, get out of here. That $65, I paid $27.99 with my meal and some bacon. Fuck you.
Shit. But my main thing about my takeaway from the Ring of Honor show, Ring of Honor weekly shows normally an hour. This was 2 hours. It's 2 hour show. I was shocked. I went, nah, you can cut. Yeah, you cut.
That's fine, but 2?
Yeah, I don't need 2.
You know who you're competing with? Do they know who they're competing with?
They're
competing with their own company. AEW's got that shit going on. What the fuck? Like,
I don't need 2 hours. Like it was just an extended version of basically watching AEW Dark or Elevation and all that.
Son, I'm behind the paywall to watch fucking Dark and Elevation, and I got YouTube for free. Get the fuck out of my face.
I'm just saying, if I'm watching a paywall, I better get the Dynamite roster. Because that is the roster that is the better roster that you probably should pay more for than watching people who will show up on YouTube for free and have these matches.
I did see that, like, certain matchups, with the Renegade Twins. Nothing against them. They're freaking fantastic. But really, the Renegade Twins, that's what you're going to freaking put me behind the paywall? Oh, we got the SAP, the fucking Spanish announced why is Serpentico, no disrespect to him, and Helico, No, it's not Angelico. It's Jack Evans, right? No. Yeah, it is Angelico. So Angelico, Serpentico, and Luther behind the fucking paywall. Why are they behind the paywall?
Like
Um,
it's weird to put your lesser talents on a
I
paywall,
just
but
I
your higher ones are like, eh.
I just got fucking Big Show, aka Paul White, fucking bury you on fucking television every fucking week, and that's what you do? Paywall? You gonna put Keith Lee behind the paywall now? You gonna put
Yeah.
fucking Dustin Rhodes behind the paywall? I'd rather put them behind the paywall than anything else. But you mean
Eric has joined the chat too. I can't do anything with two. Like, I don't like Raw being 3 hours. That sucks. I don't like Impact being 2 hours because I feel like that's too long. I like an hour show. My preferred. I don't like NXT being 2 hours. I missed the hour NXT show on the WWE Network. I like wrestling shows at an hour. Not the
short,
less is more. It's just that it's just like it works. It works.
short,
Like,
sweet, and to the fucking point. This is
yeah.
why this is why indie shows work so fucking well. Unless it's a big indie show, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
know, you go to an indie show, they have whatever their first half is. They have the little intermission, so you can get your snacks, take a piss,
Go buy merchandise. Go buy merchandise and sign and pictures and
and
shit.
then you can come back and then enjoy the rest of the show. That's fine. If you're not doing none of that, get the fuck out my face.
Like, cause I was watching this Ring of Honor show, and it's legit 2 hours. It's not a
Goddamn,
SmackDown. It's not a SmackDown 2 hours. A SmackDown 2 hours is an hour and 20 minute show. SmackDown is not a long show. But that's a misconception with SmackDown. It is probably one of the shortest wrestling shows of the week, which it's a hour and 20 minutes, and that's if you leave all video packages in. SmackDown does 1 hour and they get you out, and that's probably why it's on network television. It's one of the more popular shows that I enjoy because it's just like, oh, it gets you in and out. But 2 hours with Ring of Honor was just too much. It was like, you could get more of with less with here.
you see what Eric said? I sound like a man that wants motherfucking sleep. You're goddamn right. I got a baby on the way. I gotta take enough sleep that I can. Cause once Action Jackson is here, it's over for me. I'm gonna be up all night long. I'm already up all night long. And I'm gonna be up all morning long too. No, I gotta go to work.
Got me working day and night.
I ain't got no time.
I ain't got no time for two.
I ain't got no time.
Levi attacking indie shows and crap fans who think they're part of the show. Speaking of which, Manny is currently at an indie show right now in the UK, sitting in the front row, and I'm sure he's being a part of the show.
Is he getting freaking drinks poured on him? And if that does happen, will he also get the promoter in the back to give him some free backstage access?
Well, he is friends with the referee, so he doesn't have to do that.
I don't know if they do things different in the UK. Here's a point, mate. And like, here you go. Sorry.
Sorry. What was your take, and a quick take on some of the stuff from Revolution? MJF throwing a drink in the kid's face. What's your take?
I don't know where.
What if that was Action Jackson? I'm just saying. How would your response be?
I don't know where the line should be drawn between fans and wrestlers' interactions, especially when it pertains to real life objects, i.e., water bottles and stuff like that. Because like you could see the problems on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
You, the professional, the person that I come paid to see, and you're fucking gonna throw shit on me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'll smack the dog shit out you. I don't care if you're the AEW heavyweight champion. I'll smack the dog shit out you. Now I'm kicked out and I'm banned for life because your stupid ass decided to fucking no, get the fuck out of here.
But hey, you ruined their main event. If you came up and just knocked them out, and I'm in the main event with Brian Davis.
But at the same token, some of these fans out here, because I understand, it's a show, but at the same token, you can't just be fucking hurting the wrestlers by tossing garbage in the ring or fucking
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're fighting for their fucking life. Like they're not in the foxhole with me getting shot at by AKs and shit. But yo, a flying water bottle from the top row, fucking full speed coming down in your entrance, you could get injured, you could get hurt. You can, lose money that way. That you are your money, So
yeah,
there has to be a line drawn between the performer and the spectator. And this is across all sports. Let the players play, let the entertainers entertain, let you, the spectator, watch. Like, that's it. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Eric with the excessive bad president surge throwing batteries into the ring. That also happens, but
Like,
I
what the
believe they
fuck?
collect
Like,
that. I don't
what
know
are
how
you
people get
saying?
batteries. Yeah.
You
And then
know?
it also has the Levi. It was too much. If a lady threw something in there, she probably would have been arrested and thrown out and all
No,
that.
yeah, like, exactly.
It says NWO 1996. Exactly. Like, I think, I personally, if MJF would have did that to me and threw a drink in my face personally, like, I would have been like, motherfucker, but I would have enjoyed it because it was part of the show. Like, I understand that. But I think kids should be left off limits. Because, especially if you don't know what that drink is, like, if it's being reported that is tequila, that's fucked up. That shit will burn that kid's eyes. He's not able to drink. It's all fucked up.
I
So,
I mean, allegedly the kid was a sport about it, but that's besides the fucking point. And cheap
what
heat,
if there isn't? Yeah.
yeah, cheap heat. Eric says it's cheap heat. It's bullshit heat. Like, nobody wants that. I mean, think about it. Nobody wanted Sunday night heat. What makes you think we want cheap heat in the fucking?
Yeah.
We don't want that shit. Get that shit out of
Yeah.
here. Pack
It's
it
not
the
gonna.
fuck up. Get it out of here.
It
Okay?
did to me. That didn't elevate the MJF character. Like everything else he did in the match, it like that didn't have anything to do with the match. It was just like extra. Like it's cool to see. I don't know. It's cool to see him like interact with the crowd. Like he was cursing about like he was earlier, talking about fuck you and all that. Like he does that. I'm all down. But once you start throwing stuff at kids, I think that's where you like draw a line. Unless the kid's in on it. Like, I feel like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Like, if you're attacking -1, I'm okay with it because he's in on it. He knows what's going on.
This
But,
ain't
like,
this.
some kid who's just at ringside, get a drink thrown in his face, and it's probably the kid might burn his fucking eyes. It's a little much.
Don't talk about Sunday night. Look, just like
I had to
Sunday.
think about it. Well, I was like, that's it.
It's like Sunday night heat. He's got to pack the shit up and get this shit the fuck up out of here. Get it out of here. Pack it up. Take it out of here. Go away. Damn.
But let's see, what else is there to talk about? We covered New Japan Cup. Again, we covered everything really fast and well. But Revolution, great pay-per-view. I thought it was a fun pay-per-view. The Iron Man match lived up to the hype, or somewhat of the hype. I think it went over the hype, exceeded the hype, because no one believes in MJF wrestling ability. I believe in MJF wrestling ability. The man knows how to tell a story, and I knew he could do it for an hour.
I believe in MJF's wrestling ability solely because before he was on AEW, I watched him on a little promotion called MLW. Him and Roy Halladay and Alex Hammerstone, they were like, something of a pinnacle, like a preamble of a pinnacle, whatever not. And basically they ran Ruckshot over there, and MJF could fucking wrestle his ass off. I remember when I first saw MJF for the first time, it was at the Battle Riot at the Melrose Ballroom over here in Queens. And like, I was like, yo, this guy is really good. He's really fucking good. He deserves to be on TV. This is when Tony Schiavone and fucking Matt Striker is up in the fucking bleachers. Fucking shit. Like, get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty dope, man, to see how far he's come. But people need to understand that MJF is a wrestler's wrestler, and he's trying to solidify himself on the mic in the ring. He's trying to be this generation CM Punk. That's what he's trying to do, allegedly. Is MJF the best in the world? Hell no.
Damn!
He's not the best. There's too many other great wrestlers out there. AJ Styles is still wrestling. Okay, Randy Orton, for the better part of anything, he's still wrestling right now. Okay, Cesaro's in the ring with the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship. You got fucking Kazuchika Okada is the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Get the fuck out of here. Like, no, he's not even close. He's good. He's not the best. Kenny Omega is still alive. Fuck out of here.
So, of all the people you mentioned a lot of the top wrestlers, a lot of great ones and stuff. But I'm putting MJF in that discussion as in my top 3 best wrestlers in the world overall. with
top three
top
right now.
top three with just I'm going statistics and then breakdown of stuff I like. Number one, excellent character, does great mic work. In-ring work, passable, it's good. I think his storytelling in general could improve because it seems like he repeats the same story over and over. But he's in my top three guys where I go like, fuck, I need to see what they're gonna do next. That's number one. Like it's the first thing I want to see MJF on my TV as much as possible because I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do next? He has that like, you may argue with Steve Austin and The Rock were doing their thing, and not saying he is them or isn't, whatever, but like you wanted to see what those guys were gonna do or say next. You wanted to see what their next thing was gonna be, whether it's a promo, a match, or whatever. And that's I get the same feeling when I watch MJF. So I have him. And like maybe Danielson. I also want to see what Roman does because his whole bloodline story underappreciated Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the number one wrestler in the world right now is without a shadow of a doubt, and this is not me gobstopping on Roman Reigns, is Roman Reigns right now. There's nobody putting more asses in seats, making more pussies wet on the fucking net. Like, there's nobody doing that right now. Is MJF getting people to be like, oh my god, MJF? No. Roman is doing that. He's got acknowledge your fucking tribal chief fucking underwear, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like niggas is buying that. Talking to their girl, talking about acknowledge me. Like, get out of here. Who does that? Who's doing that right now? He's the world champion of the biggest company on the biggest stage. Like, Roman is the number one wrestler right now. And arguably number two would be freaking Kazuchika Okada, right? And that's nothing against Kiyomiya because Kiyomiya has been putting on good matches that nobody's watching.
It's Noah. It's the problem. It's
literally
not.
Kiyomiya is one of those wrestlers that is doing exactly what Kazuchika Okada is doing, but because he doesn't have the platform, nobody is seeing it, right? He's having great matches, great matches in Pro Wrestling Noah. If you're not watching Pro Wrestling Noah, I suggest that you do. Kiyomiya is killing it, but nobody's seeing any of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Eric's argument for MJF not being best, he doesn't put ass in the seat, similar to saying like the Roman argument. Levi with Styles and our old injured. I'm assuming it's Orton. Orton is still a contender if he could get healthy and come back.
We are talking.
He's just so smooth in the ring. He's so good.
We're talking about a long line of like, these guys are still wrestling. They're still in the wrestling business type stuff. Like, these are the people that you think of when you talk pro wrestling. If I talk to somebody like any random person, do you know who Randy Orton is? Do you know who this is? Do you know who that is? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, fuck yeah, I know who that is. Gunther is probably on the top 10 best wrestlers of the world right now. I don't know if he's 10 or 9. It fluctuates with me. There's a lot of other guys that's out there that's, your Danielsons, your Omegas, fucking Kiyomiya, like I've aforementioned. Tetsuya Naito is in that conversation as well. People don't give respect on his name either. Like, there's just so many people that's out there in the wrestling business.
It's really hard to argue the number one in the world, though. Like, it's depending on what you watch, depending on your taste. Like, I think the character work of Roman is probably the top. The whole bloodline stuff. You can argue Cody with his character.
That's
like,
Cody. He's not in my top.
He's not in mine. He's not in my top 10. But I think character work wise and the way promo work wise, him, MJF, Paul Heyman, Sammy's promos, Kevin Owen promo. Like, if you go promo guys, it's a different from wrestler. If you go pure wrestler, if you go with the mix, I still go Bryan Danielson, as in, like, I don't think I can get a bad segment from Bryan Danielson no matter what he's doing. Like, if it was just like, Bryan Danielson, you got 15 minutes. You can do a match or you can be a promo. I feel like you can't miss with that. Same with, like, a Randy Orton or whoever. Like, it's just like, those people can't miss.
Eric is so stupid.
He's a very passionate 3-star general. That's not. I think he's exceeded 3 stars lately, though. I think...
If you ever met a 3-star general, you would know that they're trying to do everything in their power to be the
Levi has Eddie Kingston higher than Okada. No way.
Blasphemous.
No way.
That's blasphemous. Blasphemous.
It's just so many people. There's your John Moxley guys. I'm not a John Moxley guy. I'm not out there going like
We're not
again.
even,
Like I said, I skipped
we're
this
not
match
even
on
including.
Revolution.
We're not even including the only woman on my top 10, and that's
Who is
Charlotte
you?
Flair.
Oh yeah.
She's the only
Eff-
woman in my top 10.
Effortlessly great. Her, even Mercedes, they're just like those are the. I know you're not the biggest Sasha fan
I'm,
or Mercedes fan.
I'm not jacking Mercedes Moné. No, I'm still not jacking it. I hope AZM kicks her fucking teeth down her throat and shows her what real women's wrestling is about. At Sakura Genesis.
But I think it's a contender for it. I think it's just I think one when people go like who's the best, it's similar to where we are in the NBA of who's the best player in the league. There are so many different unique styles, body types, and attributes in the NBA right now. It's really hard to say who's the best.
If LeBron James isn't the fucking name that's coming out of your mouth in the NBA right now, like number one.
That's the best player?
Clear cut number one.
No. Look, he's not. He's not.
Fact,
I like LeBron. Hell, I don't even go say I love LeBron's game.
I didn't say the team. I didn't say the team he's playing for. I said the individual player, best player, not best team, not best player on the team, the best player in the NBA right now. Clear cut number one is LeBron James. Everybody else is number two. It could be KD. You could put Luka. You could put Jokic. You could put Giannis. You could put anybody at number two. LeBron James is clear cut number fucking one. AD is a fucking walking glass door, Eric. Let's just be honest. That boy's a walking glass door. He needs to go. He's done. He's finished. He's
all right. So when we talk about LeBron being the best, if we're talking about it in wrestling context, as in the biggest draw in the sport, LeBron James is the biggest. No. I mean, in basketball, the biggest draw in the sport is still LeBron James. But I don't know if I can still give the best player in the league when you have people like Giannis and Doncic and gun carrying Jokic, Embiid. I mean, like the league is like stacked with like Dame Lillard is underappreciated. If I compare Dame Lillard to any wrestler in the world, it would probably be like Okada, or you would say Kiyomiya, who's just doing shit in places where no one watches. Eric has LeBron as John Cena right now, which is also probably true, or somewhere around that line. Like, there's a lot. To compare NBA players to wrestlers, it's really like, it's kind of the same thing of what are you looking for in your player or wrestler. If you're looking for the wrestler's wrestler, who is the best in the world, you may go your Okada's, Kiyomiya's, or Bryan Danielson's or something. Or even Zack Sabre Jr., who's out there.
Really, he should be world champion already type shit. There's plenty of times that he had the opportunity. He didn't make it through, so it's all good,
And then you have your other category of the NBA / wrestlers of your, I need to see what they're going to do next year. MJF, your Roman Reigns, your Randy Orton kind of fits in the middle of that. Your Cody's. I'm curious what Cody's going to do. Your Omegas. Like, what Omega and the Bucks going to do? Like, when Omega's on point, Will Ospreay, when they're on point, like, there's no one better. Like, with Kenny's in Japan, no one's probably better. But when there's a disconnect in his AEW booking or whatever's going on with that. And then we're not even talking about tag teams of, I know most people don't care about FTR, or Eric doesn't care about FTR, but fucking FTR, Dax. I'll take Dax over anybody.
FTR, Usos, Aussie Open, the Bristol,
Young Bucks,
PJ Bristol,
House of Black.
Freaking House of Black is coming up as a viable fucking tag team. The Acclaimed actually is impressing me week by week by week. So I didn't give them enough credit as a tag team, but they impressing me every week. The Motor City Machine Guns are still killing it to this day. That's crazy to me. That's 20 years plus both experience, and they still fucking doing the damn thing. That's insane to me.
Hold on, let me bring this up. Let me just clarify why I don't bring up Steph Curry in my top players discussions. Because fuck Steph Curry.
No,
That's pretty much it. No offense, Levi. He's a trendsetter. He changed the league and did all that, but I just don't like that dude. I just don't like him.
Here's the thing, like, player who wins titles, it's not the individual player that wins the titles, it's the team. All right. Steph Curry be going fucking nights 2 for 11 from the fucking 3-point line, and Klay Thompson got to bail him out. Fucking Draymond is bailing him out. Jordan Poole bailing him out. Niggas be bailing him out, and because he is who he is, that's what they're looking at and stuff like that. When Curry is hot, he's hot, but that motherfucker gets bailed out all the fucking time. Even in the playoffs, he comes up mad small. Skip Bayless said that shit the best. He was just like, oh, every time, like, playoff time comes around, he comes up short. They should have beat the Toronto Raptors. They didn't, though. They didn't. I don't give a fuck about Kawhi. They fucking should have beat them niggas. They didn't, because Steph Curry showed up short. All right? Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant to me is naive, though. Great, flawlessly great, out there in them streets, been around for a while, and you just go like, fuck, that's great. And then you go like, cause just like when Kevin Durant's playing and he just shoots, easy. Everything looks easy for him. Even when he misses, it's like, oh, but it's easy for this guy. Like, it's an automatic bucket when he comes out. Does it equals automatic wins? No. But he's a monster. He's a monster. Again, Curry, to me, does not make people, he doesn't make me want to go pay to see him. I don't know why. Maybe it's just, I just don't like that dude. Maybe because he beat my team way too many times. Levi also has, Roman wasn't there to be there for no. Nah. If he were to show up as Tony Khan's next big announcement surprise in AEW, Levi, you'll be saying, oh shit, they took Roman Reigns. They would pay to see Roman Reigns. Eric Witt, Kevin Durant needs the Bullet Club to be successful. To make him Jay White?
He needs to go to the Phoenix Arena just with a bunch of Bullet Club shirts and just start winning games. Somebody got to do it.
Anyway, fuck Curry.
No. Clay played his ass off. Draymond is a bum that hustles hard.
Right? Yeah, Draymond. Without Draymond, I think that team is nothing. And that's the weirdest thing I think I'm going to say today. And I think Curry's great. He's great. He's one of the greatest. Blah 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 blah. Clay, amazing shot.
Draymond, team. If that's the 97, 98 Bulls, right? Clay is Pippen and Draymond is Rodman. Okay, that's it. Like Curry's Jordan, Clay is Pippen, and Draymond is Rodman. And without all three of those pieces, that team is not successful. I didn't say player, I said team. We could talk Jordan all day. Without Pippen and Rodman, he's not winning fucking chips like that. All right.
I got Draymond as being like, I literally have him as the Jordan of that team because I feel like he's the heart and soul of that team. Like he makes everything move.
He could be heart and soul all he wants. Fucking Rodman was that for the Bulls that year. You know, diving for
Rodman was a wild card. Yeah, Rodman was crazy. It's just crazy. He's just crazy.
No,
just not like off the court, but I just mean like on the court. It's just like this dude was a madman.
This goes back to what Eric said. You see how KD needs the Bullet Club? Rodman had the NWO. They won the chip. He got the NWO. So yeah, maybe KD needs to join the club. Shit.
I think I agree with Eric, and maybe because we just grew up in the same household, but Clay's a two-way player. Draymond is the glue. Curry is a shooter, but defensive liability. And I agree. Like,
he's fucking
they're not winning without that supporting cast of Iguodala and I know you got Jordan Poole now, but just going back to the original championship squad, KD, and even before KD, like it was all those other people that helped Curry who will give you the points and give you like some amazing shots and change the game and all that. But those other guys' son was on point. They were actually a legit team. Fuck, I hate I admit this. They were a legit team that won. I wouldn't say Curry won that team. When you talk about Jordan Bulls, that's all Jordan and Scotty. And Rodman too in the second run. Like those three, the big three.
Luke Longley and fucking Will
Yeah.
Perdue and fucking produce those same blocks. And fucking goddamn Steve Kerr not on the fucking bench, right? We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Judge Butcher even fucking putting defense on them boys. Get the fuck
Old
out.
ass Ron Harper.
You know what I'm saying? We're hooping out here. Fuck you mean? Like, you know,
Horace Grant. Like, you had all those, whatever Bulls team you put, it's like, you just circle it down, though. It all goes back to, like, nah, they don't win without Mike.
Play, team play. Don't care how good you are as an individual. We've seen LeBron try to do it by himself, and he ran into Tim Duncan in the fucking team play of the Spurs. Okay, that's
or in
why.
Cleveland, he ran to those Celtics.
He
with his bum ass teams, LeBron's bum ass Cleveland teams.
Couldn't even beat the fucking Orlando Magic. He robbed us of Kobe and LeBron. Fuck out of here, like.
Well, I'm glad we covered everything on this show. There will be a deeper discussion. It's a really good discussion. I think me and Manny talked about this a little bit on the show, or on our pre-show or somewhere, where we were talking about we were going to do a short of comparing NBA players to wrestlers at the time, and it was like, it's a show. It's a show. Like, Ja Morant right now is playing a great villain. Like, he's currently the MJF. I think he's the MJF of the without the championship.
No,
because that Memphis team, they have the reflection of the Bad Boys Pistons in them.
They can miss me with that. They can miss me with it. You wanted Westbrook. You got Westbrook.
Hey, we may survive. We have to survive the storm of Westbrook. We look good in the last one.
Ja Morant is Brian.
Because you're going sky high.
It took me a second. I was like, why is he comparing? Oh.
The gun. It's a lot. But, you know.
EC3, he's trying to control his own narrative. That's what he's trying to do.
Well, I always consider that to be LeBron. Always trying to control his narrative. He's always out there in them streets.
Always out there lying in these streets.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was a kid and I was watching play, like, what?
Cap!
He's not alive. Stop it.
Full caps. All caps, LeBron.
Yeah. I said that as soon as I seen the clip, bro. I was like,
yeah,
this is coming from the real sharpshooter of the sharpshooters. Fingering off the fucking trigger, motherfuckers.
Holding it like this. I don't even have a problem.
Steady squeeze, my nigga. The fuck?
He's holding his gun like this.
Know your weapon safety rules, god damn it. Or else you're gonna end you. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
gun.
Don't shoot guns. Yeah.
The smallest gun ever, too. But I think one video someone put up the from 8 Mile where he's talking to Papa Doc, and Tom was like, "Oh, he went to a private school. His name's Clarence." They put the same clip up with Ja Morant, how he went to private school. They show all his videos, and his real name is like Clarence.
I was just
what the fuck?
Talking to somebody at work, I was like, "Yo, that nigga is from the whole burbs talking about he gangster. Like, you ain't about that life, my guy. I don't care what burbs you came from. You freaking out here, goddamn." What the fuck is that movie? Damn, what the fuck is that
Malibu
movie?
Most Wanted.
Yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted. Most Wanted ass. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Shit.
I forgot. I was gonna say. I was gonna compare Kyrie Irving. If we want to compare NBA players to wrestler, I want to throw him out there and just that might be my EC3.
Who, Kyrie? Yeah, Kyrie.
Yeah.
EC3.
Kyrie is EC3. Just out there, flat earthing and everything else. Anti-vax, flat earthing, feuding with Velveteen Dream randomly about cocaine use and shit. That's what Josh had. Josh is, if he doesn't just control, stay off Instagram and not being dumb with your celebrity status, you're gonna end up like the Velveteen Dream and just be out.
What an unfortunate situation, man.
It is. Every time I think about it, I go, what the fuck?
So it's safe to say that John Morant is Velveteen Dream without the pedo.
Yeah. Without any, yeah. And John hasn't went that far to any extent. He hasn't been arrested for anything, so that's why I was like, I hesitate. Ooh, Kyrie is the Nia Jackson of the NBA. I don't think Kyrie's that hated. And I think he's more respected in his game. I wouldn't want to do that to Kyrie.
No, Joel Embiid is Nia Jax.
Nah, Joel Embiid is really good.
He's not like most girls, all right?
Oh man. We all know the Godfather is James Harden. He's just in the strip club. All right.
Lose a game 7 in the playoffs and go to the club the next night talking about whoa, train. I lost game 7. That was my only chance for the chip. She's still gonna suck my dick. Oh my god.
I can talk about NBA players compared to wrestlers all day. Like I'll find Kyrie Irving, maybe Speedball Mike Bailey, maybe Josh Alexander. They don't really do much. It's kind of like uninteresting, but good at what they do.
Those are the young kids. All right, man. I think we got to call it before we talk more basketball.
Yeah, we're going to talk more basketball and more stuff. I mean, it was a nice bookend to talk about the Knicks and Liv Morgan situation all the way to NBA players and wrestlers. So, tune in to the Mid-Card Mess podcast. Jemal, what do you have coming out on that show?
Man, I'm about to start covering the New Japan Cup. Obviously, we do have the new leader of the Bullet Club. I'm going to discuss Bullet Club as a whole, the history of it. I'm actually going to do also the history of the New Japan Cup, so be on the lookout for that. I am working on it. So, yeah, look out for it. And also, it's WrestleMania season. Go listen to me and Genesis talk about WrestleMania. There's good episodes in there. I have episodes with Jen. I have episodes with Clint Dye, or one of our own. We got episodes there that y'all can listen to over and over again. Just do it. Listen to it.
Yes. Check it out. On SoundCloud, the Mid-Card Mess podcast, 3 Faces of Jemal. Check it out. You can tune in for more of my bullshit tomorrow on the Untitled Mania Warrior Show. Well, we'll be talking about the latest episode of AEW Dynamite and the shocking ending to NXT where Roxanne Perez is carted off. It was like honest but scary. Like, I gotta tune in next week to come back to see if she's dead. But I thought it was an excellent ending to NXT, but you'll find out more of my opinion tomorrow. I thought they actually, it was like, oh, that ending was, I didn't see that coming, any of that. But tune in for that Saturday show, joined by Eric, who's in the chat, where you get more of my bullshit, some nonsense from Eric, and Manny with all the jokes and power.
Is it possible I could join that Saturday show? I'm free.
Ooh, possibly. I'll talk it over with Manny and see, like, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. If you want to be on this Saturday, you're on this Saturday. You're booked. You're booked for Saturday. Just see me. We'll see you in the link. You're booked for Saturday, Jemal.
This is all right.
You're booked. It's WrestleMania season. Why not? We need all the voices. We gotta lift up every voice. I don't know why. Like that.
Keep up my second episode on Raw's Retro on Friday. It's my second one.
Hey.
You know,
Raw is Retro where Edge humps the car. I don't know what episode we're on, honestly, in full continuity, but check those retro. Check retro out on Friday as well. All right, but until next time, goodbye. Oh, wrong show. See you guys later. Shut up, Eric. You will be on Saturday too. You don't just walk out. Let the man speak. He is. You're like, what?
It's you. You think I'm here to replace you?
Yeah. You have to be roasted every Saturday. It's tradition at this point. Oh, you got smut. You got smut. Especially when he says things, it's smut.
He used me as a scapegoat.
He don't have shit. He ain't booked. He ain't booked. If he was booked, he would have lasted a long time ago. He ain't booked. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, next week, the day after that. And when Vince McMahon takes over again, we are out. See you later, everybody.